All right, guys, we're back with the second story for the week. This is going to be probably a multi-pronged story. It's going to kind of evolve and keep going as we learn more about what the Department of Transportation is actually doing. So the FAA proposes an expanded beyond visual line of sight rules. So what actually happened is the FAA issued a long-awaited Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, NPRM, on beyond visual line of sight, setting performance-based rules instead of a waiver-by-waiver approval. So hopefully this can expedite that waiver process for your operations that are beyond visual line of sight, outside of the scope of 14 CFR Part 107. I think this is going to actually be included in Part 108 whenever it comes online. So this is big. This is, again, that effort to increase the United States capability for drones to compete with China, and in response to what we've seen in Ukraine and Russia. So why does this matter? It allows commercial beyond visual line of sight operations in agriculture, news, media, delivery, public safety. It increases weight limits up to 110 pounds. So that's double the Part 107 requirement of 55 pounds. Creates a permit versus a certificate for low versus high risk missions. So they're taking mission sets and they're segregating them into low and high risk. And I'm sure the approval authority on a high risk one would be higher than that of a low risk mission set. But it moves that marker for the United States towards that beyond visual line of sight at a scalable level where you can see more of these operations happening within the continental United States. I was doing a story for a briefing that I can hopefully talk to you about in a couple weeks, but Walmart is actually using delivery drones in South Florida. We did the story last week of DoorDash pairing up with Flytrex. There's another company out there called Wing and Zipline. There's survey tools, the Centero, even the PDW that we talked about yesterday. All of these systems to some point are going to expand their capabilities past visual line of sight. So they're going to need these waivers to make them more capable. And in cases of delivery systems, they're actually using the beyond visual line of sight waivers already. So this will just speed up that process and allow that capability set to percolate throughout the United States. Local impact for this story is local EMS, firefighters, infrastructure inspection programs. They could all expand without having to wait for case-by-case FAA waivers. We're still not sure what that's going to look like, if it's going to be system-specific waivers or if it's going to be mission-set-specific waivers. So there's still a little ambiguity there, but I'm sure they'll clear that up relatively quickly. So this also has the potential to streamline county-level drone program growth, right? So instead of just having one office where you have to go out to all these different sites and do things, you may be able to just fly everything from a central location within a county or a municipality, which would be amazing. It's just going to take a lot of coordination and a lot of education and training to go along with that. So yeah, pretty interesting things happening in the FAA world. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about this, probably on a weekly basis until they get all the bugs worked out of it. But that's today's story. See you next time.